Coming up on the show this week,
we talk about New Year's resolutions.
And we go over some of our favourite comments from the year.
And there's something pretty special landing in the GMBN store.
Okay, so at the end of the week, it's 2023. Can you believe it?
No,
already?
we say this every year, but actually this year's gone ridiculously fast.
Yeah, it has. We've been super busy though, haven't we? So, which is nice.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. So I thought, seeing as it's New Year's, we should go over our New Year's resolutions. So
Let's start with you.
Well, you know, I did this cyclocross video with Rich recently, and I hated it and also didn't hate it
What
at
did you
the
hate
same
about
time.
cyclocross?
It was exhausting.
Drop bars are exhausting.
I wanted to throw up on the stem for about an hour. So I started thinking maybe I should give XC a go again, because I literally haven't done it for 5 years. 2017 was the last time I rode an XC bike, so I thought I'm going to get one for the new year.
XC's cool.
And do XC again. I've got to decide between a full sus and a hardtail. I know what your answer is, but guys, let me know down in the comments below, what should I be getting? 100 mil, 120? Hardtail. I'm thinking hardtail. I'm thinking light and flyweight. But also, if there's any challenges you guys want me to do in relation to XC, because I think we need some more XC content, then let us know down in the comments below what I should be looking into. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? What are you doing?
Go and do the Cape Epic.
Is it?
Yeah, you'll never ride XC again if you do that. No, I'm joking.
I
think that's like a life goal for a lot of people, because it's such a major event.
I used to want to do that. I did a lot of stage races, but I never did that one.
It appeals to me, but just face it, I'm never going to get fit enough for that.
I thought that was going to be your resolution, to do the Cape Epic.
No, I don't have a firm resolution. Mine is literally just to spend more time on a bike. It has been a challenging year, just trying to juggle life like it is for a lot of people. But I think I might have just been approaching it wrong. So over 2022, my riding time primarily is super early on Sunday mornings, and it's just been exhausting trying to maintain that. So I think maybe switch it around and start doing after work rides and stuff. Evening rides, get a bit more time. So
that's a good idea.
Just a different approach, I think, for me.
Yeah. Well, I've actually collected some New Year's resolutions from the presenters.
Oh,
so let's head over. Let's see what Rich wants to do for the new year.
My New Year's resolution is to destroy less wheels and bike parts in general. Probably not going to happen, but watch this.
My New Year's resolution is to go bike packing more, because I haven't done that for a very long time. So more adventures for me. That's what it's all about. But I think my New Year's resolution right now is tidy this up.
Hello, I'm in a dirt shed. Look, it's snowing outside. That's not a TV screen at all. It's actually snowing, it's not. My resolution for this year is actually related to that. I am gonna try and ride more in bad weather. It's actually been really quite dry this winter so far in the UK, so it's been all right. But on those very wet, cold days, I've kind of made excuses for not riding, which is bad because I've got the right kit. I've got some warm shoes, got some waterproofs. I just haven't done much of it. So my resolution is to just go and ride, have fun, whatever the weather.
New Year's resolution in terms of tech for me, well, I've never used a washing up machine before. I'm definitely looking forward to getting involved in some World Cup downhill tech in 2022. I think that's really exciting. And on a personal level, getting yourself and Doddy out on the e-mountain bike in the mountains.
Woohoo! Okay, my New Year's resolution. One, I will get more interesting backgrounds on my phone messages. Sorry about the kitchenscape. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. My resolution for 2023 is to ride more with Anna and Doddy, because I've had a couple of rides with them right at the end of 2022. It was so much fun. I need to do that more. So guys, look out for me. We're going out on bikes.
Oh, Martin, you old softie. You want to ride with us? Everyone loves us.
It makes me feel bad for not mentioning him in my New Year's resolutions, actually. It's always a privilege riding with that man, so yeah.
Yeah, it
Rich,
was.
though, ain't not going to happen, mate.
Not for... I'll give him 2 weeks.
I don't know what it is about
I'll give
him.
it 2 weeks.
Why does he wreck so much stuff? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, and Steve Jones, what's a washing up machine?
I don't even know why you're surprised.
That's his idea of tech.
Yeah,
Are we going to have him on our show?
Yeah, he lives a simple life, doesn't he? Which is weird, considering he works on probably the techest channel of all of us.
That's true. He has all of the numbers on their bikes. Anyway, guys, let us know down in the comments below. What did you think of our resolutions? Are we going to stick to them? Are they going to stick to them? And what is your bike resolutions for 2023? Let us know in the comments below. So we are thin on the news today, but there's big news in the GMBN shop.
What's the news? What we got?
Pants!
At last, the riding
Pants,
trousers.
Trousers, whatever you want to call
We've
them.
had rumours about these for some time.
Yeah, well, they're here.
Turns out Neil's been riding all the different variations.
He has. This is Neil the Donahue's first prototype. It will be landing in the new year. It's so hot off the press, we don't even know how much these are. But I can tell you that they are DWR, water repellent, and they've got some venting here in the crotch. They've got a little bit of like flex at the back here, which I'm liking for
stretch
fit.
on them.
That is good. So yeah, guys, keep an eye out on the shop, and they should be landing in the new year. And also,
Conditions. Like
just because there's just final plug because it's like Christmas, is don't forget our Christmas hoodie. I have a super nice Christmas hoodie. That is probably the last week you're going to be able to wear this, probably.
But failing that, you can always wear it on New Year's Day of a hangover. Keep me nice and warm.
That is a hangover hoodie if
you're
ever I
feeling
saw
fragile.
one.
Okay, so let's have a bit of an end of year quiz. We've fired loads of questions at you all year round, so let's have 3 more, shall we? First question is, who won Red Bull Rampage 2022? It was a good moment, I have to say, that one.
An interesting bike, I think. Then second question is, Nino Schurter won his 10th XCO World Championship title in 2022. But when was his first championship rainbow jersey earned? A long time ago.
And last question is, who was the first female to compete in hardline, so that's a Red Bull hardline, in 2022?
First female. We waited till 2022 for that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and it's definitely, it took too long for this sort of thing, but you watch this space, because that's going to be awesome, what happens off the back of this.
Oh. Okay, this has been my favourite comments from the year I've collected. And starting off, I think should go over to you. Bruce K says, I love how excited you sometimes get in your videos, Doddy. I too get immense pleasure from the evolution of bike parts and tech involved. Thanks, man. And that got 111 likes.
Oh, wow.
A comment that was on why I love DL XT. That was one of our most, if not our most popular video of the year, actually.
Do you know what, it was an easy video to make from my perspective. It took a lot of research and stuff, but it's like, it actually is pretty close to my heart. So
Yeah, and everyone loved
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, great stuff. Next up from John Oland, he says, Anna is a great addition to GMBN. She seems genuinely excited to be riding bikes and gets to film it also.
Yeah.
Nice. 83 likes that one got.
Yeah,
pretty decent, isn't it?
people agreed. It's always nice to hear that because you never really know. Sometimes
Do you know
you
what?
doubt
It's
yourself.
quite hard riding with her though, because the laugh and the cackling that comes out. To start with, you're like, oh, this is really good fun. And after a while, you pay no attention to what you're doing because of what she's doing.
Yeah, but some
further down
people
the track.
tell me that it tells them what's coming up on the trail, so it's useful. It's
I know, it's
useful,
Joe, isn't
honestly.
it? Oh, I feel like I know what's going on.
So on our 400k subscriber video, because that also happened in 2022, is we've
mad,
got
isn't it?
400,000 subscribers, and someone just shyly put R.I.P. Doddy's mustache.
Yeah.
Remember those days? Is it
Yeah,
ever
I
going to
do.
come back?
It is. I was actually going to go back a bit earlier this year, but then it got all a bit confused. It was like the Movember thing, and I was like, oh, no, I can't do it here. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
maybe we'll let it go after Christmas.
Nice. And then
see.
someone else who said on our Christmas gift guide only a couple of weeks ago, said Doddy seemed a bit too eager to drink some wee. What was that all about, Doddy?
No, I'm
You
just
seemed
willing to
pretty keen.
believe in tech. This was talking about the filter system on Camelback. And
Yes.
It's just like, hey, I just want to know if it works. That's cool. But I did once do
You were like,
that.
I'll do it.
Once for a challenge when I was young. Very
We
young
don't need
and
to hear
foolish.
about this.
Nah, it was just hot water at that point, wasn't it? It's fine. On the topic of products running at EWS, Jeff got a great reaction out of Steve on the show.
Trust shout fork. Got to win with style. What are you saying about that? Would you race in the WS on a trust fork?
Swiftly moving on to the next comment.
That was a trust shout fork, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we
Definitely
might
a
as well just
divider,
play.
that one.
Yeah. Yep. And when we were talking about the SRAM Axis prototype, I absolutely loved your reaction to this comment. About
Oh
it.
no, because McSpike Sky says, because it's a paid SRAM ad.
It's not a fake.
It's
This
not
is not a fake
SRAM
SRAM ad.
We don't even know about this stuff.
Hold on, Carbon Toe comes back and says GMBN is sponsored by Shimano. Are we?
No,
the first time.
we're not sponsored by Shimano. The face doesn't lie sometimes, does it?
No, it didn't lie at all. So from our maintenance rage show, we got a lot of good comments. Paul Wiles says, when I did my first lower leg service, I was really proud of myself. Then I realised I'd mounted the lowers back to front.
Whoa.
I mean, that's got to hurt, really.
I've seen people do that actually before. Joshua says, I hyperextended my thumb trying to break what had to be the stiffest bead off a rim. Watched the main thumb joint pop out and right back in.
Oh, that's so gross.
I remember reading this comment
Yeah, I know,
twice,
and you were laughing then.
Very painful, and I had to face the customer like nothing happened whilst profusely sweating. Oh, I can feel that pain, yeah.
And this was my favourite from that show, Charlie9, who says, I'm an artist and every day I don't use the first aid kit in my studio is a wonder. I think that's good.
Yeah, occupational hazard. Yeah, this stuff happens. And then there was a Red Bull Rampage show special, so there's a few good comments in there.
Yeah.
So this one from Michael still confuses me a little bit. It says, how come the people in these bike videos always sound like they should be working for the British royalty?
And then Andrew Reed says, because Surrey rich kids, obviously. Well, you're sort of near Surrey.
Well, I'm very old to be a kid, and I don't live in Surrey either. I'm not from Surrey.
Well, I'm not rich. You haven't admitted to not being rich.
No. No, I'm not rich. Rich works from GMBN.
Yeah, that's as close as we get to rich. Anyway, thank you so much for your comments over the year, and yeah, hopefully we'll get more of that coming up next year.
Okay, we jump into Rewind one more time for the year.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to see the old stuff. It has been said actually from a few people behind the scenes and a few people in the comments that we might need to sort of be a bit more regimented with what's old tat, what's Rewind, what's vintage. So I think maybe for next year we'll chop and change a few things around a bit on the show. And I mean, Toff said, super sick Toff that is from Dirt Shed Show. He said, what about mid-school? And I'm like, oh, I hate that term, but he's actually kind of got a point.
I think,
because there's genuine vintage, and maybe we should say like vintage and then a mid-school category.
Retro, maybe pre-96.
It's definitely got to be, yeah, I think if we're firm about it, and well, anyway, we'll get there and we'll do it, but
well,
you're
funnily
right.
enough, mid-school is probably what I've gone for here, because these are all like sort of noughties, early noughties vibes here.
Yeah, I mean, so the first one I got on my screen, so Merlin XLM, so Merlin titanium, they're always beautiful frames. And arguably, if you get a titanium frame that fits you and it's kind of future-proof that you can keep upgrading it, you've got a bike for life. You know, it's pretty unlikely you're going to crack one. They're never going to corrode.
Yeah, interesting story. Alan is from Cannock Chase here in the UK, and he said in 1998 he flew out to Boston, USA to purchase this bike and fly it back because it was actually cheaper than shipping it over at the time.
Whoa.
Can you believe that?
Whoa.
Times have changed, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. But nice to see it still being used, and looks like it's been modernised a bit as well. There's some of the stuff on there. But awesome stuff. And then the next one. Oh man, Pace RC300. So Pace, a company from North Yorkshire. They always did things a little bit different. I don't know if you could call it a tube, but square tubing. And then if you look at on the outside of the tubes, so on regular round frame tubes, you get butting. So the tube will thin, you get triple butting or double butting. They do their butting externally by like machining away the material that's not needed to save weight. And it's just such a cool approach. And in a sort of roundabout way, they actually invented their A headset style system before we actually saw the A head, where they had a one-piece stem and basically the fork crown would slide up against the stem to adjust it.
Nice.
Mega cool to see.
Hey.
And they're still running now. And Adrian is still riding today. I don't know how Adrian is, and I wouldn't want to offend him by guessing him, but it's rad that he's still doing it.
Well, funnily enough, Oliver from Lincoln here in the UK, who sent these pictures in, says it's 20 years old and he's still riding it to this day around the local trails. Hey, it's hip to be square.
Yeah. Hey, you can get that on a mug.
Oh, can you?
It's not just a Huey Lewis and a new song. You can get
there we
that.
go.
Yeah, no, there was also the one that Mint Sauce had. It said, sit on my Pace and tell me you love me.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to throw a link to the Pace merch store, because if you like all your retro stuff like that, there's a bunch of retro Pace things in there. They're very cool. And if you like Pace, you'll get them. But it's all great stuff. Wow, so what's going on here? So Zachary where is he from? Somewhere
Normal,
in the States.
Illinois.
Yeah, Specialist Rock Hopper FS. Well, so that's the bottom of a TPC fork I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of it?
He was given the Manitou Mars C fork
Oh,
from
yeah.
circa 2000. He said it needs a little TLC, but it still holds air and functions. He's cleaning it up as we speak and putting it on a specialised rock hopper to use.
Nice.
And he's just building it up. So hopefully we'll see that maybe as a top mod when you get it sorted out. That would be awesome to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so I don't remember too much about that fork, but if you look at the bottom of the lower legs on there, it almost looks a bit step-castish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, which is new technology for a fox.
Yeah.
Everything's been done at some point, isn't it, by someone?
Thanks for your uploads, and don't forget the uploader link is down below for any top mods, rewinds, or bike caves.
And let us know what you think about sort of categorising it a little bit to get some more sort of mid.
Yeah, what's the years?
What do we call it?
Mid-school.
Mid-school, yeah. Okay, so back to the end of the.
End of the show.
Okay,
Start
so
of
to the end of the show, start the quiz. Quiz answers. That's what I was trying to get at.
Quiz.
It's been a long year, you can tell, can't you? So the first one was who won the Red Bull Rampage 2022, and it was, of course,
Brett Reader.
It
Yeah,
was,
with
yeah.
that mini moulet.
yeah, awesome looking bike, and what a run as well. Really cool. Next one.
Nino Schurter won his 10th XEO World Championship this year, but when was his first rainbow jersey? It was as a junior in 2004. Oh
mad.
my days, he's been going for so long.
Do you know what? That is
Nearly
ultra
30
impressive,
years.
and he's outstandingly good. But it shocked me that recently we had Jack Carthy come and visit us, and there's some content going out on the channel about this. Jack Carthy's 26, he's been world champion 10 times. And to me, I was just like,
way.
oh,
God, our brain
I
can't compute that.
Don't get it. Like, so, I mean, anyone that's
crazy.
been a world champion is a feat. Last question, who was the first female to compete in hardline at 2022? It was Jess Blewett.
Yeah, what a legend.
Oh, awesome to see.
I
Yeah,
was so
good.
gutted that she broke her collarbone, did she? She got herself seriously injured and couldn't finish the run, which I was gutted about. But it was so good to see a woman finally there, and hopefully we'll see more of that.
Yeah, there's going to be
anyway.
big things coming, I think, in 2023.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
something I don't.
Just heard some hearsay.
Looking forward to 2023 already. Anyway, guys, don't forget to join the debate in the comments below about what your bike resolution is, and we'll see you again for another show next year.
Happy New Year.